So before I went to Virginia Tech, I went to one of the largest schools in Northern Virginia, Hayfield Secondary, class of '06. At Hayfield, I was a bit of an in-betweener. I wasn't one of the cool kids. I wasn't one of the rejects. I had my core group of friends, but I hung out with them after school. During school, you could see me hanging out with anybody, and I mean anybody. From hanging out with my boy Big Nathan to my buddies Abraham and Alex Dorfort. You could see me hanging out with my two friends Fee and Madison. You could see me hanging out with teammates on the track team like Yannick and Wusu. I hung out with everybody. This also means that I was there for a lot of different situations. Situations that someone that just hung out with one group probably never saw. So I wanted to share a couple of those stories with you. First, my story from JV football. I played JV football 10th grade as a linebacker for Coach Dupree. Our team was okay. I think we only won 6 games, but that's not the point of this. One of the goals that I had that year was to get 100 tackles on the season. So that means I needed to get 10 tackles a game. And obviously there'd be some games where I'd have fewer than 10, but there also should be some games where I have more than 10. So we started the year off and I'm getting, 11 tackles against Mount Vernon, 8 versus West Springfield. I'm fitting into the system. It's my first time playing Hayfield football. A lot of people, and this is a misconception, I did not play football my freshman year. Everybody thinks that I did, but I wasn't on that team. I took a year off between 8th grade MIFA football and 10th grade JV. So the middle of the year though, we start playing the tougher teams like Annandale with their buck sweep and Robinson with their freaking dudes on steroids. And I started getting 3 tackles a game, 4 tackles a game. You're probably wondering, how did I keep up with the tackles? I would tear the little notches on my tape while we were in the huddle, and that's how I kept track of all my tackles. So fast forward to the end of the year, and I needed 16 tackles against 1 in 8 TC Williams to get to 100. I'm telling my buddy on the team, Matt, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get 16 tonight. TC Williams, they're awful. I can easily get 16. And he's just like, sure you are. So we get out there, and I'm hyped. It's the last game of the season. We don't have anything to play for. It's JV. It's not like there's a postseason. So I'm leaving it all on the line. First quarter alone, I had 4 tackles. And one of my favorite plays was TC Williams tried to run a screen to my side, and their linemen are so slow that as a linebacker, I just run past him. He barely even gets his hands on me. I just smack the running back in the backfield. I was so hungry for the 16 tackles that night that wide receivers would catch passes on the sideline, and I would run all the way from the middle of the field to try to get a hit on them before they went out of bounds. In fact, I even got an unnecessary roughness penalty for hitting the guy that was way out of bounds, but I just wanted to try to get the 16 tackles. I only ended up getting 9 tackles. It ended up being one of my better games, but I didn't quite get to 100. The next year I didn't play football, and in my senior year I suffered an injury that caused me to miss most of the season. So I never got to 100 tackles, but it's still a pretty good season, I'd say. The other story I have is from 8th grade. Remember, Hayfield is a secondary school, so you go there from 7th grade all the way to 12th. I was in technology class with this guy we were supposed to have this guy, Mr. Cooper, who's this really large and loud and vulgar black dude. And I had him the very first class for the syllabus, and then after that we had substitutes the rest of the way. Come to find out, Mr. Cooper hit a student in the head with a binder because he told us to bring 1-inch binders, and this student brought a 1/2-inch binder. So he got fined. Fast forward to the end of the year, after months and months and months of having substitutes and just sitting on Internet Explorer and talking to classmates, we actually had a final exam. And it was a 100-question final exam. We were supposed to have been learning stuff this entire time. Who would have thought? So we get the final exam, and I'm sitting next to this guy, Bob, and I'm just looking at this oh man, maybe I can just get a 70 and I should be okay. So Bob comes and he sits down next to me, he nudges me, and I'm like, what is he trying to do? Is he trying to get us to fail if we get caught? And I look over, he has the answer key. So he had gotten up, gone by the substitute's desk, and swiped the answer key, tucked it under his arm, sharpened his pencil, came back, and slid the answer key under his exam. So we sat there and we just copied all the answers off the answer key and finished the exam. I think we had 90 minutes. We finished the exam in 20 minutes. And Bob's about to get up and turn the exam. I'm like, what are you doing? No. don't turn it in so quickly. Like, they're gonna know we're cheating, and don't have all 100 questions correct. So he has to go back and erase a few. And I think he got like a 92, and I got like a 88 or something like that. The rest of the class got like 70, 60 this, and they're looking at us like, how did you guys do so well? And we're just like, it's easy, it's a technology class, come on, who wouldn't know this stuff? So, you know, I'm not proud of cheating. There were a few more situations where I cheated in high school, you know, Mr. Harrison's physics class, Miss Pocus's AP English class, you know, just a few of the situations. Not proud, just saying, but that's a story for another time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time.